Hello, beautiful queens. We are here at the Awaken Her Spirit workshop with Coach Stacy, and I still call her Coach Whitney, but Whitney Young. We are here. Hey, we are here for this powerful workshop that literally like at the beginning before the new year, actually God just dropped it on my spirit. Like it was actually three different workshops, and this one came and I knew it was going to be the last one, and I saw Whitney's face for it and I was like, oh my God, I gotta ask Whitney if she will do this workshop with me. But we have been working together for years. We both are on the same energy level. First off, her energy has exploded within the last couple of months. Her glow up has been for real in the most beautiful, godly way. And so that's the reason why God put it on my heart to connect with her for this, because she's a true transformation and living testament of how beautiful God is. And honestly, so am I. And honestly, so are every last one of you that are on this call right now. And so that's the reason why we're going to share different things that has awakened our spirit. And I pray that they awaken your spirit as well. The Whitney Young. Let's go, honey.
Okay, perfect. Welcome everybody. You guys, this is going to be beautiful. Me and Coach Stacy, we are creating this workshop and it is for sale, but we wanted to I always believe that when you have other people's energy, when you're recording things, it just makes it so beautiful, right? So if I invited you here, I'm obsessed with your journey. I'm on this journey with you. I'm invested in your journey some way or somehow. I just hand chose a couple people to bring on as we do this recording. So if you have any questions or anything, please hold them to the end because we are recording this workshop for sale, right? So I just wanted to invite you because if you're on here and I invited you, I'm invested into your spiritual walk right now. I probably pray for you. I probably have you in my Bible study, right? And so just coming here today, this workshop is about awakening your spirit that's inside of you, right? Like Coach Stacy said, we're in so much alignment when it comes to our spiritual walk. We've been working together for 5+ years on and off in business, and we have a beautiful friendship as well. So I just want to make sure that you know that if you got invited to this right now, this is some right place at the right time type of vibe, because this workshop is valued at hundreds of dollars and we're still working out the price of what the replay will be. But I definitely wanted to, if I invited you, you're dear to my heart. And I just know that this right here, you can be a different person in the next hour and a half. And I know that for sure. I know what Coach Stacy's teaching. I know what I have outlined for y'all. And I didn't hold nothing back. So I just want to just first give gratitude to Stacy for even hitting me up and wanting to co-create this workshop. I love her so much. She's such a dear person to me. And then also thank you for each and every one of you for coming on this workshop, because I know for sure that this thing can take you to the next level. If you know me in the Bible study space, you might not know me in the coaching space, but I go really hard because I know that I work on everything that I'm creating with you in mind, right? So a lot of people, I know that if you don't show up in your purpose and you don't do that, if I know an easier way to help you, or I know an easier way to get you where you need to go, and I don't show up and do it, then I'm doing you a disservice, right? So that's how convicted I am in the information that's going to be shared today. So I just wanted to put that out there before we get started. And so, yeah, we'll start the recording. If you can have your camera on, please do, because I love to see your energy. But now we can start the show. Sorry, go ahead, Coach Stacy.
No need to apologize. I was like, oh, I was so nervous. I was like, maybe I should have had her talk first. It's okay. But you need to say what you had to say, and I love it. Welcome again, everybody. You all are definitely handpicked, chosen to be here for this amazing information. And feel free to share this on Instagram. Say that you're a part of the Awaken Her Spirit workshop right now. This is really the time for the world to come together and awaken everyone's spirit right now. So tag us on Instagram. Whitney is at Whitney.Young, and I am the Coach Stacy on Instagram. And you never know, maybe somebody will win a special gift at the end if I see my little tag. Oh, hi. So, welcome to the Awaken Her Spirit workshop. I'm so excited to be here if you can't already tell. We have so much to go over. Everybody's spiritual journey is going to be completely different. Be aware of that. I share my journey because it was my awakening. It was my way of getting closer to a spirit. So I share my story just because you never know if somebody has gone through something similar, and also everybody's story is different. And so I have clients that tell me, I had a moment like you did, Coach Stacy. You were actually in my head. Your experience was in my head whenever I was going through something similar. So that's what I share. And so in my presentation, I'm going to be speaking about surrendering, the love hierarchy, was something that I talk about on every call. I don't care. It's going to get through you guys' head. And then we're going to also speak about the superconscious and spiritual tools that you'll be able to use daily. So surrendering. Surrendering is something that I was forced to do it. And that's the reason why I got into coaching, is because I don't want people to have to be forced to surrender like I had to surrender. So June of 2016, I actually had to enter a domestic violence shelter in Queen. It was actually in Harlem, New York, to get away from my husband who turned physically abusive, that was living in Queens. And so I had to bring my 7-year-old son at the time with me to this domestic violence shelter, Harlem, New York. The rats look like dogs. I swear to God, they will come and snatch the pizza out your hand. They were the scariest part of living over there. But it was a moment where I started my healing journey, is what I call it. And so I got into meditation. I started brainwashing myself to success, which was only listening to positive things through my ear. I turned off the TV. I wasn't watching cable anymore. I used to keep up with the Kardashians. I don't really do it too much anymore. Okay. But I stopped at around 2016 because I knew I had to surrender. That was my form of surrender, and giving up things that I knew I didn't personally need, and I wanted to get closer with God. But as I was continuing to get closer to God, I was people pleasing. And so, still trying to yearn for somebody's love, for somebody to help me, for somebody to rescue me. And so, as I was in the middle of helping somebody, I got into a major car accident on the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. I got knocked unconscious, literally. I woke up. My son was okay. He was in the back seat. He was okay. He had a little bit of a runny nose, but I was so terrified and so in terrible shape. I thought I was going to get in trouble because I was in a shelter, that I didn't bring me and my son to the hospital, which was crazy. And so it was like Memorial Day weekend or Labor Day weekend. And I went back to work at MAC Cosmetics. I was in the beauty industry at the time. And I was walking up the stairs pulling inventory. And I was like, something don't feel right. And I told my friend, and he was like, you didn't go to the doctors? You didn't even go to a lawyer? You need to go get checked out. And so that's when I found out I got knocked unconscious. And on this picture that you see right here on the screen, I went to the beach with a friend, and she was from Trinidad. And she was like, Stacy, in my country, what we do in Trinidad is we love to go to the beach by ourselves. We go into the water and we release everything out into the water and give ourselves to God. Give ourselves to God. And then the purpose when you come out after you have your magical moment is you don't look back. And so I did that on September 18th of 2016. I basically surrendered all. I surrender all, Lord. Whatever you do, I need you to be doing, I need you to be involved in what I'm doing. I need confirmations and conversations that you are what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to be doing, because what I'm doing right now, Lord, I know is not working. It's not. So I surrender all is pretty much the chant that I was saying in the water. And I had just a beautiful moment. And from that day, September 18th, 2016, I've been on my own healing journey. This healing journey, I'm actually calling the Healing 2.0, because it's another form of surrendering now. I'm calling it also the Healing and Thrive era, because you can heal and thrive at the same time. Okay. Those obstacles that you've gone through, they were building you character, they were building you superpowers. And so those obstacles are building the foundation in you to be stronger. And so I have a healthy son who is 16 years old now, looking 18, 19. People are telling me, and it hurts, but it's okay. My handsome son, he's healthy, he's smart, and he's a young man of God. That is my greatest treasure to this day because of that right there. But also, I am a healing coach, a self-healing coach. I help women heal, and I'm also a certified hypnotist. I'm single and happy. I used to always crave relationships, but I'm so happy to be single and really do everything that I truly want to do for myself. And I also host a podcast called Safe Space with Stacy. Whitney has been on twice on season 1 and season 2. And when you hear her story, Lord he mercy, the I just love hearing her story. So make sure you go check out her episodes over there. I do host retreats, workshops like this one right here, and I do hypnosis, which is something that is near and dear to my heart because it's one of the things that has helped heal me. But no matter what, number one, I'm grateful to be here because not everybody has made it through the things that I've made it through. And so grateful to be here. My signature course is being updated as we speak, the Healing Works 2.0. So that's coming really soon. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Okay, honey, let's get into the meat and potatoes. So, first and foremost, I want you all to please implement this in your daily routine of how to love. All right? The love hierarchy. I'm really the Can y'all tell me the toolbar isn't in your way, right? You can still see everything.
Yeah, we can see everything.
Okay, thank you so much. So the love hierarchy, this is something that I honestly need to trademark because it's what I learned in all of the hardest times as I was brainwashing myself to success. And that was this is the order of how you love. So you're gonna love on God first, yourself second, and then everybody else third. So start your day in the scriptures. Start your day worship music. Even start your day if you can be outside and be in nature and be in God's creation. That right there is going to set you up for success. I usually say try to incorporate it in your day. Start your day with God, okay? And if something happens, you don't get up earlier than your family, then make sure that you incorporate it either in the afternoon or in the evening before you go to bed. But you need to incorporate something with God. If it's scriptures, which I'll be honest, I never read the Bible before. I love a good scripture, don't have any of them memorized, but I've never read the Bible because I was intimidated by it. I never got the right version. So I finally got the right version now and I can't understand it. And so now I've made a promise to myself to read it from front to back, as well as join Sisters in the Scriptures to learn about all of the sisters in the Scriptures with Whitney, because that has been phenomenal as well. If you're not in there, make sure you get in there. But you want to love God first, okay? Then yourself second. Ways that you're going to love yourself second is you're going to really invest into your vessel, which is your body. Okay, so moving your body opens up gateways, I feel, in portals. I lost a lot of weight in the last experience that I went through, but I also did a lot of fasting and released a lot of sugars, processed foods, and stuff like that. Long story short, I don't necessarily need to exercise because I've pretty much lost 20 pounds in the last couple of months. However, me getting outside and moving my body has helped me connect with the spirit so much more and helped me be more clear minded that I highly encourage you to get outside, move your body, or even if you have just time in your house to move your body, moving your body in worship music, right? That you're killing two birds with one stone. That's not a good saying for this scenario, but moving your body and worship and dancing while worshiping is like perfect as well. But love on God first, yourself second, and then when you start to love on everybody else, that's the love that's overflowing from your cup. And it's flowing into your children, it's flowing into your partnerships, it's flowing into your business, it's flowing into your career. And then, as they say, everything works easily and effortlessly for you at that moment. It goes into the flow, which I'm sure Whitney is going to be speaking about later. So, is everybody understanding so far about the proper way to love? Me as a single mom, I used to take care of my kid first and then me second. And it honestly left me depleted and defeated in most times. I wouldn't take care of myself. So now making sure to honor myself daily, honor God daily, love on God first, it has changed everything about my life. So as you all know, we have a spirit, your mind, and your body. But to break it down a little bit further, there also is a consciousness. And so there's a super consciousness that is here that is all around us. Then the subconscious. Superconscious is really spirit. It's spirit. It's a collective spirit. Then the subconscious is stored in your mind, in your subconscious. That's where all of your memories are stored. That's where all of your even generational stuff is stored, generational programming is stored, but that's your subconscious. And then your conscious is what you use on a daily basis to make any kind of decisions, where you're going to live, where your kids are going to go to school, what car you're going to drive, what partner you're going to choose. That's what consciousness is. Okay. And so the superconscious mind is people call it many different things. So it's spirit, it's also the problem solving part of your mind. So people also call it your higher self, soul consciousness, all knowing part of us, your inner guidance, your intuition, your divine nature, your infinite intelligence. And all of these things, any kind of generational stuff that's stored into your subconscious mind, it can be healed and processed through hypnosis and meditation and higher states of being. But the higher states of being are what's already inside of you right now. And so getting to the higher states of being of love, forgiveness, and gratitude. Those are my three favorite healing hypnosis sessions to do. Love, forgiveness, and gratitude. When you can get into those consciousness, you're connected. You're awakened. So let's keep going. So spirit consciousness is equal to the subconscious mind. And so your subconscious mind, you're all the way to the left. Everybody else's subconscious mind is in the middle. And then his or her subconscious mind is all the way to the right. And the point of this graphic is we all have a connection to the spirit consciousness. We all have a connection to our super consciousness. And that, like the last graphic said, it's usually through your intuition. So trust your gut, trust your intuition. And I already know we're going to get more into that. So, energetic alignment, your spirit is an energy, right? And emotions are going to be your energy in motion. And so being very much aware of your emotional intelligence on a daily basis, understanding what emotion is coming up at what time, and not pushing down those feelings of defeated, those feelings of insecurity. Don't push down those feelings of shame or guilt or anger. Really truly tapping into the energetic alignment that you have to process those things and allow them to release and allow them to come out. Uh, Whitney gave me a prayer. Go make sure you go check out that my podcast episode, or the latest one on season 2, because that prayer, whew, released some things and released some chains off of me whenever I said it. And it allowed me to open up like the gateway of fully being in true surrender at this level, because there's going to be different levels of surrendering at this level with that prayer that she said. So I'll drop it in the chat later if Whitney doesn't say it later on, but it has literally changed my life. So spiritual tools can be used when you are feeling out of alignment. You always are going to be connected. You always will have a light inside of you. Sometimes you're not even sometimes, a lot of times your environment can dim your light because they don't want you to shine, or it's not conducive to you growing, or they want to stay stagnant and you feel like growing, right? There's a lot of different elements that can keep your environment, that can keep you stuck. That's why releasing everything that is holding you back is so important. But these tools that I'm about to give you are going to help you whenever you feel like you're out of alignment. And so I put you also, these are also ways to cultivate your inner light or your inner compass. And the definition of cultivate, I just love that word. It just sounds amazing. I had to look it up to make sure I was using it properly. And it just means to prepare and use. So you're preparing your spirit with these tools. It could be for spiritual warfare. It could be for people that are just not in alignment with you. These tools help protect you and give you that armor around you and that keep that light shining through you. So, real briefly, spiritual tools that I absolutely love in this order for the first three things: read, worship, and wait. I love to read the Bible, worship with some sort of gospel music, and then I wait. And my form of waiting is going to be some sort of meditation, or it will be just sitting outside in nature, literally taking my shoes and socks off and grounding and feeling myself, the sun coming down on me, the sun coming through me into the ground and just being in that surrender, but it's also just stillness. Just being in stillness in nature has been one of my favorite kind of rituals to do, especially most recently. So read, worship, and wait. And then in my healing journey, transcendental meditation has absolutely positively changed my life and has gave me some absolute amazing visions of exactly where God wants me to go. Because these were things that I didn't imagine in my head. I know that. But so transcendental meditation is basically what you're going to do is you're going to have nature music going on in your ears or meditation music, something that doesn't have any words, or you can be sitting out at the beach. And you're going to say these 6 words: peace, love, joy, happiness, health, and wealth. Peace, love, joy, happiness, health, and wealth. Peace, love, joy, happiness, health, and wealth. Some other countries will say mantras that they are aware of that can get them in that spirit, but I just love to say those 6 words: peace, love, joy, happiness, health, and wealth. And then I imagine in my head, what does peace, love, and joy, happiness, health, and wealth look like to me? Peace, love, joy, happiness, health, and wealth. And after you just keep on saying it over and over again, eventually words are going to start to fall off and you're going to be left with one word. One word. When I was in the shelter in Harlem, I felt so unloved. I thought I gave my all to the relationship I was in, got married. I was supposed to be the one and only time, but it didn't happen like that. And I knew that my son deserved a better example of a man in his life. So I left and I gave it all. And so as I was doing my transcendental meditation, I had to have headphones on because it was so loud in Harlem. I started just imagining what love looked like to me: a healthy, loving love. And it really started with loving myself first. Once I loved myself first, I was able to give it to everybody else that was around and also use it to serve the way that I am right now. And so when you say peace, love, joy, happiness, health, and it's going to bring you to what you truly are, what God really wants to show you at that moment. And so just take it in. I've had a lot of spiritual encounters doing transcendental meditation. I even went all the way to the beach, laid on rocks in the middle of the water. It was just like, whatever you want to show me, God. And it was amazing. I shared it on my podcast episode let's get to it. Let's get in more into what I was talking about. These things have completely changed everything that I've done in my life. That's why I'm so passionate about it. But next, we've already talked about it a little bit, getting into nature. We are electromagnetic beings. Okay. The electricity comes from the sun. That's the energy. The magnet part is the earth. Whatever you put out into the earth is going to come back to you because it's a magnet. So use the nature that we have to your advantage. I am a tree hugger. I love to hug a tree, honey. Go find a tree and just hug it. And I usually, because trees are so strong and they can take so much energy out of you, like literally in a good way, and use it and restore it into the earth, I'm usually saying, as I'm hugging this tree, I release, I relinquish, I rebuke anything negative holding me back, which is similar to Whitney's prayer. So I release, I relinquish, I rebuke anything negative holding me back. And I hug that tree and I imagine anything that's caught up inside of me coming out of me into that tree. And then moving your body, we spoke about it. I've been running around the track. And then, of course, I see an Instagram post in Kim Kardashian's. I don't do cardio anymore. It's only weightlifting. Weightlifting is anti-aging. And I'm like, I gotta look into weightlifting over here. But moving your body in any possible way that you can, do it with worship music, with weightlifting. I love to run around the track. That's just my favorite thing to do. And then also know that water is very healing. Water is healing. Going to the beach and sitting there is actually healing your body because there's 4 different salt particles in there that helps your respiratory system. So going next to water, especially the beach water, ocean water, is healing to you. Crying is actually a spiritual tool. Crying is actually a healing tool. When you are crying, those are emotions that are built up inside of your body that have been wanting to come out, that have been wanting to come out. And so when you do that spiritual exercise of releasing it, you literally will feel a weight lifted off of your shoulder when you cry. All of those terms, being a strong black woman, no. We got emotions and we can let these things out. It's okay. Do it in your prayer closet. Do it in the privacy of your own place. If you're on your way to work, pull over, go to work, surrender yourself to God and release what it is that is holding you back at that moment. But do not press down those tears. Let those tears out. Let those tears flow. Okay? Okay. And so then you'll also notice signs and confirmations whenever you are really just awakened to the spirit. I love me a good angel number. Ooh, 444 used to be my thing. Seeing fours everywhere was my thing. My salon actually was a four, had a four in it. But then when I left the ex-husband and I finally got out of the domestic violence shelter, I ended up in Queens. If anybody's familiar with Queens, New York, all of them, the streets are numbers, and they'll be like 111 Street, 111 Court, 111 Avenue, all in the same block. And so I was living around 222 Street, 222 Court, 222 Plaza. And I was like, what are these angel numbers? And I discovered angel numbers. And they've really helped me just move clearly and know that angels are watching over me. And so there's a website called willowsoul.com. Willowsoul.com. They explain what the angel numbers are that you're seeing. And then confirmations. I get confirmations and conversations all the time. Me and Whitney have been working with each other for 5+ years now. And just every new level that I know that I'm ready to rebrand or that I'm ready to step out on truly or step out on what has been inside of me. And when I go to her and she's just, people need what you have, Stacy. People really need what you have. And just hearing those words right there and having one person believe in you, I, who knows if I would be right here, right now, 5 years down the line without just that belief right there when I needed it the most. So not only confirmations and conversations, but basically put yourself around amazing people like you guys are doing right now at this very moment. And then last but not least, some spiritual tools that I also really love. It's easy to remember. It's going to be the three T's. These are going to be the three things that you're going to be given to God: your time, your talent, and a tenth. So that's going to be your tithe. So your time, invest into getting closer with spirit. Your talents. I've always wanted to uplift women, from my family to the beauty industry I was in to now doing online coaching. Come on. I love to uplift and empower women. So that is one of my talents of making sure that I use my story, my gifts, my word, my voice, especially in hypnosis, to engulf and to give myself to spirit. And then Titan, I'm very consistent recently. And I'm very proud of myself. And I make sure so tithing is a 10%. Sowing can be extra, like you're offering, but then you can sow your talents into different places without asking for a penny. Or showing up and doing a live online, if we have any entrepreneurs on here, doing a live online and just giving value away right then and there, because that it's going to be reciprocated back to you. And obedience. Whew. When you truly are tapped in and you're using all these spiritual tools, you will be guided. And more than likely, you will be guided to move. I'm not necessarily saying move out of your city or move out of your home like I did. I moved out of New York City. I moved out of toxic relationships. But Spirit might be telling you to move into certain rooms that you are called to be in, that you may not think that you're called to be in, but when you get into that room and you're obedient with getting into that room, you'll see exactly why you are called. So be obedient and clear to the downloads and uploads that come to you as you're connecting to these spiritual tools. And then one of my favorite things that I've just been embarking on since 2024 is fasting. I gave up food for 3 days and I didn't know what I was going to do with myself. But I did it before I went to a conference that I was speaking at. And the words that was coming out of my mouth, it didn't even feel like it was my own words as I was speaking because I really truly feel because of that fast. So the fasting is giving up something that you think is stronger than you. And to this day, I gave up sugar. I gave up soda. I don't drink soda like that anymore, like maybe occasionally. And I gave up sex. I gave up a lot. I don't want to, like, I'm about to like put my, am I sharing everything? Like I gave up some marijuana, like all of it, ladies, just so that I could get clear on what spirit truly wanted for me. And when I was doing that, these visions of aligning with Whitney came when we're here now. So you got to be obedient to what comes down to you as you're doing the work. Period. That is my portion. I'm so thankful to be able to share these, I call them revelations that I've experienced in the healing journey. And I pray that these things have opened your eyes to connect it all together. I know the internet can be a distraction and give you so much overload of information. I use the word subconscious a lot and superconscious a lot, but I know that a lot of people are, it's spirit, it's God, it's infinite intelligence. It's all the same thing. It's whatever you believe in, whatever you surrender to. But I just really, truly want you to surrender to what God has for you. So I'm going to go ahead and let the amazing Whitney Young share her information on awakening the spirit. Welcome back.
Yes, Coach Stacy. That was so good. That was so good. A couple things that I wanted to point out. It's so crazy. I'm looking at some of the faces on here who I've worked with, I've known for a long time, and the spiritual journey is so beautiful to grow through because all those tools that you gave, I think I've used all those tools at different times of my life, right? Whoever was talking about hugging a tree and then you talk about hugging a tree, I literally have a video this past summer. Like I was out there on the trail. I'd be like, hold on, let me hug this tree because the energy transfer is crazy. I know it sounds crazy. And then the other thing that you get over is someone said in the chat that they don't care what it looks like anymore. And that's so true. Like, it's like you'll just get over that. And then as a woman, it even boosts your confidence. Like, you know what? I don't care what nobody thinks. I'm out here getting the energy that I deserve, right? So that's just so beautiful. So I just want to tell you like those tools, if you aren't taking notes or if you're not in the position to take notes, you might have to get the replay because you have to understand that those simple tools can really take you to the next level. Like I'm corny, right? So I like to do the corny exercises. I like to do the things that people think are corny, right? Because they work and these principles are all inside of us. I'm going to talk about intuition. And I know Coach Stacy mentioned that, but your intuition as women is a huge gift. Okay. You have a huge gift with your intuition. And a lot of us will have our intuition and it will be used against us, right? We'll be like, I knew he was doing that. I knew he was doing that. And then he'd be like, hold on, I don't even know if I can trust this thing no more because I used it for something negative. But your intuition is a gift straight from God. And especially as women, we're so tapped in. So that's something that you need to utilize, okay? And you need to practice it and you need to embrace it. And it needs to be part of you because that's an internal gift, right? So I'm excited to get started. If you don't got a piece of paper, you need one now, okay? If you don't have a piece of paper, you need one now. Yes, I see you, Queen. One thing about me is I am a teacher at heart, okay? So I'm going to be teaching some stuff. And then usually, you guys, I never ever use the PowerPoint. I just let spirit move me, but I definitely have a PowerPoint today. So that lets you know I am serious, okay? And I'm on some business, right? Coach Stacy, if you can make me the host so I can go ahead and share my screen. How are you guys feeling so far? Drop some love in the chat so I know that you are here, you're on it, you're awake, you're with it. And Maria, I'm so grateful to see you. I know that this was going to align with you perfect. I seen you typing that in the chat. Yes, my homegirl of 25, 26, maybe 27 years now. Priscilla's in the building. I got Lyric, Trish, Crystal is here, Ebony's here, Alexis is here. You guys, I am so grateful that you're on this again. This is a beautiful moment to be here. I'm not going to keep you long, but this is something that I know that I promise you. If you actually, right now, let's take a deep breath and just set this intention for this call. If you came on here and you're like, hold on, let me just click on here and I got other things going on, I need you to believe that you're going to get something amazing from this call right now. Okay, so a lot of times we feel like it takes a lot of things to get stuff. Things happen suddenly, okay? But you have to have the power of belief for things to happen suddenly. So right now, let's just take a deep breath together. Inhale. Let it out with a sigh. Right? And really set the intention of what you require for this call. There was a time in my life where I was going to all these networking events and all of these things, and then I'd be like, hold on, I met all these people, I got all this information, but I didn't grasp it. It's because I didn't go in with an intention, right? So you need to be intentional for this next half hour, 45 minutes, because you need to get what I'm putting down. Okay? You need to pick it up, wrap it up, put it in your pocket, put it in your handbag, put it in the purse that you believe that you should have. If you ain't got your bag yet, girl, you got it today, right? And you need to wrap this thing up and take it with you, okay? This is not a game. Like I said before, if you're not showing up in your purpose, if I'm talking to somebody who's scared to get on camera, if I'm talking to somebody who hasn't put out the course, if I'm talking to somebody who hasn't started the business, if I'm talking to somebody who hasn't took a pivot in the business because their business is lacking, I'm telling you, you need to do it now, because if you have something that can help people get to where they're going quicker, faster, easier, right? That's what needs to be done, because you're doing a disservice by not helping them. Okay, this isn't about you. It's about who you can help. The direct reflection of how much value you bring to the marketplace is a direct reflection of who you are and what value you have, right? So that's why when we look at doctors and lawyers and they make all this money, because they bring a lot of value to the marketplace. But whatever business that you have right now, you are totally capable of earning and helping and serving. That's why I love Coach Stacy when she was talking about, she went through all of that mess, okay? Shelter, abuse, people pleasing, all of these things that a lot of us can relate to. But if she did not turn this thing back on and start helping people heal, that's why she went through all of that, to monetize it. Some of y'all are going through some things and y'all just going through some things. I'm like, hold on, God, I need to get paid for this. I need to get paid for this. I need to get paid for this. This type of abuse is insane. How many women can I help if I share my story, right? And sometimes we have to heal to get through that. So today I'm going to show you how to awaken that girl. So whether I'm talking to your younger self, whether I'm talking to your future self, or I might be talking to you right now, you need to ingest this stuff, okay? Ingest this stuff and put it into action too. I don't want you here to take this information and not do nothing with it. And I got y'all emails, so I'll be checking up on you as well. And as anybody who I've coached or consulted for before, I'm on your ass, okay? So definitely let me go ahead and share my screen. Boom. Share. Okay, so I'm gonna stay out presentation mode. So we're just gonna be here and I'm just gonna run through them. Okay, cool. So this is the Awaken Her Spirit workshop, right? So we've been here, it's going well. I do believe that no matter what you guys, and all this information online, you need to know exactly who you are learning from. So really quick, I'm Coach Whitney. Coach Stacy said, I'm a speaker and a transformational leader, and I'm just dedicated to your success. Okay, I'm dedicated to your success. I'm a real girl's girl. Okay, I know we're mixed in with a lot of these other things out here, but I'm a real girl's girl. I like to help you elevate mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. I'm all about getting that money, but also tapping into the feminine woman that you are, because a lot of us are blessed with these skills that we really have to start learning and using and stop going off of what is trending and out here right now. I'm a mom, I'm a consultant, I'm a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur. You guys, I've never had a job, I've never clocked in, I've never had the cool little badge, I've never been on a W-2. I've been out here a stay-at-home single Black mom for the last 12 years. I've never ever really sacrificed my time for money with things that I didn't love to do. So I've been in the hustling boss babe era for a long time. I've been in let's get this money and all of these things, but now we had to find the perfect marriage of being the woman and using the God gifts that we have and awaken this girl that's inside of you and live out here in this world. That's why I always tell people that I'm in the world, I'm not of the world, right? I have a Bible study, Coach Stacy mentioned it earlier, called Sisters in the Scriptures, and I'm pressed. I believe in all the books, whether you read the Bible, the Quran, all these business books out here. I believe that it's really life principles. You do good things happen to you, right? You're out here helping people and serving people are going to serve you. I just choose to study the Bible because Yeshua had all of these amazing principles in there. So I have a Bible study for women. Usually I have an inner circle and things like that for women in business. But this year I decided that helping so many women be successful in business, if their spiritual life isn't together, it breaks. So that's why I was so eager to do this workshop with Coach Stacy, so I can really help women identify why you out here doing everything else. Your spiritual life got to be put together as well. Okay. So I love transformation. I don't like the talking and talking. I like the talk and walk. Okay. I like the talk and run, baby. So that's what I'm really about. That's just a little bit about me. I love teaching, things like that. Really quickly, for work, I love speaking, teaching. I'm sharing this with you so I can show you and tell you how I can relate to you, okay? I'm a speaker, teacher. I love systems. I love marketing. I love consulting. I love branding. I love producing. I love making money. I love creating, okay? And in life, I love hosting my friends. I love reading. I love cooking. I'm a geek, y'all. I love to travel. I love learning. I love being a mom, and I love the little simple things in life, right? The thank you notes, the cards, the flowers, right? I love the smallest things in life. Here's just a couple of pictures. I've been on TV. I just went to Africa and shot a documentary. I work for a nonprofit, but I just want to share these things with you because I've been through some things, right? And I like to share these with you. And I know God had me go through these things so I'm able to relate to women at the level that we are, right? So before we get started, in the chat, okay? Where's the chat? Okay, I see it. In the chat, what does awakening your spirit mean to you? What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? When Coach Stacy and I decided to do this workshop, it was such an alignment with what's going on in my life right now. But everybody, I need participation from everybody. Somebody type in the chat. What does it mean to awaken your spirit? Like feeling your true self. I love that. Yes, Queen. Feeling your true self. Anybody else? I need energy. What does it make it feel? What does it mean? Walking in your God-given purpose. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Trish. Yes, walking in your purpose, right? Breaking out your hindering self. Yes, I love that, you guys. All of this, right? But see how we all have living and not existing. Beautiful, Queen. Living authentically. Yes. So awakening your spirit means so many different things, right? But it means all of these are true. Okay, so write this down too. You don't get what you believe, you get what you believe is absolutely true for you. So whatever your definition of awakening your spirit is, okay, whatever that definition is, that's what it is for you. And I want you to believe in that. So believe in living and not existing. Believe in an awakening, right? Believe in living authentically, right? This is what this is all about, okay? So as we go through this, your girl got a PowerPoint for y'all today. As we go through this, I need you to tap into these things and then also the other things that women have shared as well. So what I know for sure is that this word has become one of my favorite words, right? This is called transfiguration. Okay, transfiguration. This word is in the Bible multiple times. I was explaining my journey to my guy, and he was like, "Oh no, I got a word for that," right? And he shared this word with me about 9 months ago, right? So this is the definition of this word, right? So transfiguration, awaken her spirit. The definition is a complete change or transformation. Transfiguration refers to a profound change in form, appearance, nature, often signifying an elevation to your highest states, right? A more beautiful, spiritual, refined version of something. And at this point today, it's a new version of yourself, okay? That's what process I'm going to take you through today, right? In personal growth, you guys know I love personal growth and self development. Transfiguration can symbolize a spiritual, emotional, mental transformation where one moves closer to their divine purpose or higher self, reflecting inner alignment and enlightenment. Okay, Coach Stacy gave us tools on how to get there. This is what we're talking about today. I am definitely a biblical girly, right? Hold on. Ah, I'm definitely a biblical girly. So I want to give you the context in the Bible as well, because us that know Jesus or Yeshua, right? It describes a transformation where Yeshua was on a mountain where his divine nature was revealed to his disciples. So everybody around him, right? You can screenshot this and get these scriptures, but this is the event where Yeshua was shown like the sun. His clothing became white and he started to symbolize glory and divine identity. This is what other people saw. So you hear Coach Stacy talking about, yo, Coach Whitney's enlightenment or her light is shining. She's seen me go through this process. I've shared things with her, right? This is what it means biblically, right? So I want this for every single one of y'all that are on this call. It might be small, it might be big, and it's an ongoing process, okay? But that's where you can find it. And that's why I just had to share that definition with you as well. Okay. Let's get into the meat of this. When we're awakening our spirit, Coach Whitney gave you the tool, or Coach Stacy gave you the tools, right? These are things that you can use those tools to activate, right? I talked about this already, our intuition. Our intuition. This is a feminine energy that's deeply connected to your intuition and your inner wisdom. This allows you to trust your instincts and make decisions with your purpose. Y'all, I was in a crazy relationship. And after that, I said, oh no, I can't even trust myself. So you have to start to get in position to trust yourself. You might have made a bad money decision. Okay. You might have made a bad relationship decision. You might have made a bad job decision. You might have invested in something that that didn't work out for you, right? So then your intuition gets crazy. Like I said before, you might have had a intuition in this gentleman and he was crazy, right? So you have to regain your trust for yourself again. This is serious. You have to regain your trust again for yourself, okay? So start to work on that muscle. Your intuition is a gift straight from God. You didn't even have to go buy this one. You did not even have to go buy this thing, okay? Since so many of us get in a feeling and we don't know how to use our body. We don't know how to see correctly. We don't know how to feel touch. We don't know how to be rooted in things. We can't hear, right? There was a point when I could not hear from God. And I was like, hold on, God, I'm acting godly. Like, why can't I hear God? But my intuition was messed up. I wasn't being wise, different things like that, right? So sensuality, a lot of times we think that's dancing sexy in front of the mirror, right? No, it's rooted in being present in your body, embracing your senses, loving every part of you. Okay. These are gifts that you have, and you have to tap into those. You got to know what they are. You got to know what to use, how to use them. Okay. Creativity, right? This is so important. Being creative is so beautiful. Okay. This is how feminine energy thrives in a realm of creation, whether it's an art, your ideas, or life itself. Women, we create, right? God creates, but we hold space for a whole entire baby, right? So that baby gets made all up inside of us, right? We're so creative. So when you looking at your business or you looking at things that you need to get done, a lot of times we get to activate our creativity. We get to activate that, and you have to tap into that because that's another tool. Today in my Bible study, I'm going to be sharing about creativity, right? So definitely understand that this is a gift that you have. And as a woman, you have a divine purpose to create. Like that is all up in you. So you need to start utilizing that, right? This is one of my favorite things is having awareness, right? It's something that I have to teach my 12-year-old daughter all the time. I'm like, hold on, are you aware? Are you emotionally aware? Feminine women are deeply connected to their emotions and use them as tools for connection and growth. You have to be emotionally aware, right? Some of us will go crazy. Some of us get all crazy, right? Some of us start acting crazy. Are you emotionally aware, right? A lot of times women always share with me that I move with a different type of poise. Okay. I've always dated these men that the women love, right? They'd be like, girl, why did you say all these crazy things, right? But I've always been emotional aware. I pride myself on that because I know how to use emotions to connect with people. I know how to use emotions for growth. I can grow through emotions. I know how to use emotions as tools, right? So some of us need to get a hold of that. And that's all by heightening your awareness. Okay. So next time you want to go crazy, you get back in that toolbox, Coach Stacy share with you, and you hold on. Maybe I need to meditate for a second, okay? Maybe I need to go lay out some rocks in the water, okay? Like definitely start to get in control of your emotions, right? Spiritual connection. This is really big with me. This is what we're here for. Feminine energy is closely tied to a higher power, fostering connection with God or the divine, right? When you start to know your intuition and tap in your sensuality and start getting creative and start being emotionally aware, right? You start to create a connection with God and you start to be automatically convicted in the spirit, right? Maria, I saw she typed in there, hey, I stopped doing this a little bit ago. Coach Stacy said, oh, I stopped doing this a little bit ago. They don't have to be told no more because they have a connection with spirit that aligns them with the things that, you know what, I don't even have to go through these emotions because I'm spiritually connected to what something different. Okay. So you don't have to go through, if you're addicted to something and you have a spiritual connection around, I don't want to do this no more, it becomes easier. Okay. I always talk about my story, you guys. It happened so suddenly. I was doing something at 3 a.m. I woke up at 7 a.m. a different person. I don't enjoy alcohol no more. I don't enjoy these different things, right? I was never even somebody who drank a lot, but even it's just I just don't do that no more because I just don't feel like it. But that's because I'm spiritually connected differently, right? So God will start to put things. I always say this, you guys. Don't ask God to quit. Hey, I want to quit doing this. I want to quit doing this. Ask God to change the taste for what you have. So if you enjoy drinking or smoking inside, you don't want to do it no more. Don't just say, God, please don't let me smoke today after work. It's more like, God, I don't want to have the taste for this. Remove this for me. Okay. And when you start to create a spiritual connection, you'll be locked in. You'll be locked in. People can't call my phone to gossip. It doesn't work. It's just like I get sick. Like it's hold on, I don't answer, or it doesn't work, or it can't happen for me because I've asked God to remove my ears from even enjoying hearing that. We heard Coach Stacy say, I don't even really keep up with the Kardashians no more because I can't. There's other things that are busy in her path that she don't got time to watch that. Now, if she want to watch it on a Friday night, it's not hurting her, right? But it's like God will connect you with the things that remove those type of things that you don't want to do no more, right? And then we all have this, whether you're a mother or a dog mom or an auntie or a friend or a grandma or whatever, a nurturing energy, right? This is how you awaken your spirit. We have something naturally in us. You might be like, I'm not that nurturing. Like me, I'm hugging my friends. I want to lay on you. I want to I always got to touch you. They always say, I'm a touchy type of person. Some people be like, I don't want to be touched or whatever. I'm a touchy, nurturing type of person. I love to serve my friends. You're in here. I'm getting you a glass of water. Do you need a blanket? Are you cold? Are you hot? Are you hungry? Are you whatever, right? That's what I naturally am. If you're not that, you might have another way, but all of us have a nurturing energy. Okay, you might nurture people in business, right? You might take care of the paperwork at work. So you might be nurturing the files, right? But we have this energy and it's a core aspect that all women have. And when you start to awaken your spirit, you'll naturally start to nurture things that you serve. Okay, next. How y'all doing? Give me some love in the chat. Is this going good? Is this going good? I've been clean and serene for 7 months with God's grace. Amen, Ebony. Amen. Okay, I love that. From weed and alcohol. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Taking notes. Love it, Queen. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So I want you guys, this is so important, you guys. I'm going to take you through the transfiguration process through these 3-step little intervals that I created, right? So how emotions drive your transformation through faith, right? I don't care what you believe in, but I just need you to have some faith for this. I don't care what you believe in, but I need you to have some faith for this, okay? We believe, we behave, and we become. Okay? We believe, we behave, and we become. Believing, have faith in the unseen, and trust the process. We always hear people trust the process, and I love that. We have to trust the process, but I need you to believe in trusting the process. You're not just going to trust it, you're going to believe that you do. Remember, I say that you get what you believe is true, not just what you believe. You get what you believe is true for you. Okay? So have faith in that unseen process. And then you have to start to behave. Let your beliefs shape your actions and decisions. Hey, whoever just said, hey, they stopped smoking 7 months ago. You had to believe of yourself without being a smoker. And then you had to stop buying the weed and the wraps and whatever, right? You had to let your beliefs start to shape your actions. So it's not, oh, after work, I got to run here, right? Your actions had to change, right? And then you got to transform into the person God has called you to be. So if you don't want to be a smoker no more, God is going to call you into that place, right? And then you got to be obedient. Stacey talked about obedience, right? So you need to believe. This is emotional action, okay? You're going to believe, you're going to start to behave, and then you're going to start to become. This is how you can awaken your confidence. This is how you can awaken, I can do it. This is how you can awaken your obedience, right? I have an exercise for you. So for the ladies taking notes, write this down. This one exercise is real simple. Now and how. What are you doing right now that's going to stop something that you don't want to do? And how are you going to do it? Okay? Your belief, your faith ignites the change. What do I want to change? Your behavior aligns your actions with your beliefs. Okay? How am I going to do it? You become. Your behavior manifests in the true identity. That's the only way. But if you say you're going to do something, but you're not behaving like that, guess what? That's not your true identity, and you're not going to manifest that. Okay? So now and how. Now and how. Okay? Y'all got this? Moving on. The habit has to change. I love that, Maria. Exactly. Okay? Understanding the stages of your transformation in your identity, right? So many of us, we have these philosophies. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be this. I'm going to do this, right? As a philosopher, the seeker who asks questions starts to seek the truth. So you got to really ask yourself. I'm going to keep going back to my girl who put out there that she quit smoking because I love that. The seeker who asks the questions and seeks the truth. Yo, why am I even smoking every day? I got to know. What am I even doing? Why am I cussing every day? Why am I yelling at my daughter every single day? Right? You have to identify. You have to figure it out. Okay? You have to seek and ask the question. Okay? And this is the only way how you're going to find out the truth. Otherwise, you're just doing. Okay? The initiator, the doer who takes action of the knowledge. You know what? I'm going off on my daughter in the morning because I haven't set up my day. Coach Stacey talked about getting in alignment before your day starts. Get into the prayer. I read scriptures every day. I read a book every day. I get in alignment in my car on the way to school. Me and my daughter listen to affirmations, right? The doer who takes action on the knowledge. Once you identify what the questions are, then you start to be the initiator. Okay? You start to take some action, and then you master. The one who embodies wisdom and radiates the purpose. I need some wisdom. I need to master this, right? Guess what? It doesn't make sense that I'm spending all my money on this. It doesn't make sense that I'm having a bad day before I even get the opportunity to have a good day. Okay? So we have to start to get the identity together. We need to get the identity together. We're already behaving right. Now we need to identify how this thing goes. The exercise. Reflect on what stage of identity you're currently in. Write one step. One. I don't need the book. I just need one. Write one step to transition to the next phase. So go back here. Are you a philosopher right now on something? Are you being the initiator? Are you in the master section? 1, 2, or 3? And then from there, can you see it, Queen? You see it, Alexia? Okay. So from there, I just need you to pick one of those, right? And write one step that you could do. Just one step. The stage, the philosopher, this is the stage where these ideas and possibilities form. When you step out on faith and start to apply what you've learned. So right now, some of you guys might just be applying what you're learning, right? But you're getting through it. And then you're really going to get some wisdom. And then this is both when you start thinking and doing, and this is where your wisdom starts to shape your identity, right? I'm a better mom than this. I'm always rushing my daughter. I'm better than this, right? So what can I imply, right? Me, I started getting up before my daughter and got my hour out the way. So I'm not rushing and she's rushing out the house too. Or I'm not rushing her. Okay. And then I started to take steps and apply what I had to learn. Guess what? I'm going to make her lunch the night before besides the sandwich. I can put the chips in the baggie. I can get the fruit ready, right? And then the wisdom works and it's, oh, now we got a little time to kick it before school. Now we have a morning and I love slow mornings. Why won't my daughter love slow mornings? So these are things that you got to implement. This starts to awaken who you actually are. A lot of us are operating in somebody that we're entirely not. Okay. Next, these right here, Coach Stacy talked about a lot of those tools, you guys, are God-given. Nature, it's already there. Okay. Meditating, you can already do that. It don't cost nothing. Close your eyes, put on some music, and get some headphones if you need them. Working out, it don't cost you nothing but your body. Like, let's go. These are God-given tools that you already have. So using these tools, God's provided in a proper order, right? Your mind. Everything starts in your mind first. Everything. So the thinker, the planner, the guiding your decisions, that's your mind. If your mind is not clear, you're not in it. You got to get clear on some things, right? So a lot of times as women, we got all these things on our mind. Last night, I could not even sleep, right? I couldn't even sleep. I had to get out the bed and get in a different, I could not even sleep, right? And I had to be like, yo, and I had a high stressful situation the night before that. But I was like, my mind makes all my decisions. So I have to get in a place where my mind is clear because that's what's guiding these decisions. Okay. Your body is going to follow right after it. Coach Stacy talked about this. Your body's the vessel, right? And this is where the action and implementation takes place. So whatever you're thinking is showing up in your body, right? So if you got some things going on in your body right now, check what you're thinking. Yesterday I was at a conference and they were talking about a lot of us have cancer. It might not be diagnosed by the doctor, right? But you have cancer in the brain and it's showing up in your weakness in your body. So you got to start to identify that, like what's going on. But if you're not in sensuality and checking your body and understanding your hearing, your feelings, your touch, and all of these things, you're not going to get it, right? So God has given you a mind to keep clear, to plan, to guide, to have clarity, right? And a lot of times women, we got the up on this. We think with our mind, okay? And then our vessel, your body is that. If you do not like what your body looks like, start thinking something different. Who needs to start to think about something different? Because then your soul, that's the divine essence that connects you to God's will. So your soul aligns with your mind and your body. A lot of times, if you feel like ain't nothing in your mind, then you get lazy. You might start getting fat. You might start losing hair. You might be going through some things, right? And then your soul, what governs all this thing, right? It becomes trash. It's, yo, my soul doesn't even feel good. I just don't feel good and I don't know why. You'll start to go through those things. And then there's no room for enlightenment. There's no room for transfiguration. There's no room to be awakened, okay? Because you're thinking the wrong stuff. So some of y'all need to check that. I'm about to do a 5-day fast, a 5-day liquid fast. But that's a fast from everything. I'm talking about, I don't want to hear nothing. If I talk to y'all this week and I say anything negative about myself, please check me, right? I've already got these habits in check, but they'll slip up. You go through different phases in this thing, right? But if you start thinking negative, then your body starts to follow negative. Your soul has no will to even get in alignment. So start to check this stuff before it's happening. But these are God-given tools. You don't need nothing extra to make this happen. Okay? You don't need nothing extra to make this happen. The exercise I need you to do is meditate on how your mind, body, and soul work together. Create one goal for each tool this week. We have to hold each other accountable. Yes, Maria. Create a tool for each of these, right? For your mind, what are you going to do this week? You guys, when I started meditating, I could only do 2 minutes. My mind was gone. Now I can meditate for about 25, 30 minutes. Okay? So think about your mind. What's one goal you can do for your mind? Visualize and imagine what's possible. Your body. Coach Stacey says she's been going outside on a walk, right? Coach Stacey, I typed in the chat. I said, you always at the beach, girl, right? Your body, it performs and applies the ideas that are going on in your head. What can you do for your body? You might want to join me in this next 5-day fast. I just ate a little mac and cheese for my last little meal, okay? This 5-day fast, my body's going to perform what's going on in my head. I need to clear my head. My body's going to follow it. Okay. And if I tell my body you're not hungry, guess what? It's not hungry because my mind has already confirmed that. And this is a different type of willpower. And once you build that up, you can do anything. We're talking about awakening today. Okay. And then your soul transforms your actions into divine alignment. So when you start being aligned with things, you start seeing the angel numbers, you start seeing coincidences or whatever we want to call them, right? You start aligning with some stuff, right? You might, Coach Stacey had a dream, a vision, aligned with me. I said yes, and now we're here. That started in her mind. Her body had to physically call me. And now we're here and we're transforming together. Okay? So look at this. Look at this. Create one goal for each of these. One goal for each of these this week. Okay? That's the homework. These pink slides are the homework. I need y'all to tap in. Your body parts. So we talked about your mind, but you got a head. Your body, understand how each part of the body plays a role in this transfiguration process. Okay? Understand that. If we got to go back to transfiguration, what do we know? It's a transformation. It's getting to your highest self. It's getting in line with your spirit. It's that light shining through, like the disciples saw Yeshua, right? So your head, this is the seat where all your thoughts and ideas and visions. Some of y'all, actually, we're going to take 10 seconds right now, maybe 15. I need y'all to visualize this woman who you want to be, not the one that you are right now. 15 seconds. What does she look like? What's her hair look like? What is she driving? How many people is she impacting? Is she married? Does she have children? Think about her right now. I'm about action, baby. We're doing it now. What is this woman doing? What? Visualize her. Visualize her. Are you hopping out the car with the red bottom so people can see your feet, girl? What you doing? Okay. Visualize her. Think about her. Is she walking in the building or does she own the building that she walks into every day? This is the corny stuff you have to do. So in your head, you get the opportunity to visualize. And what we know for sure, Maria says, strong, resilient, great dresser. Love that. Strong, resilient, great dresser, saving lives, a creator of unity in my realm, an amazing mother, a big boss. Yes, queen. See, that was clear. That's clear. Somebody else, give me something else. Drop some things. What's your woman doing? What's she like? I'm impacting 100,000 women biblically. What does it look like for y'all? Somebody give me some energy, y'all. Somebody tell me what she like. I need to know. I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to her. Tree hugging, God loving, a healer. I love that. See, Maria knows exactly. It's clear for her. Heal a billion people. Love that, Coach Stacy. Listen, God, if you don't have a plan for what you want God to do, you won't be blessed with it. Because some of y'all vision is so small, y'all can't even type what the woman looks like or what she doing. Your vision is so small, so God's not even going to deliver that to you. Because he said, "Oh, you don't need $1 million for nothing. You don't know what she's like, Ebony. You don't know what she's like, Crystal. You don't know what she's like, Lyric. Guess what? God has it available, right? But you don't need it because you're not clear. You don't know what it is. You don't know what she's doing. You don't know what she's doing. She's glowing and helping others. Perfect. So now God can say, yo, this woman is glowing. Let me give her some funds. Let me give her some opportunities. Let me give her some things to help her glow. But a lot of us don't know, so God can't deliver. You don't need $1 million for that. You don't need $1 billion for that. If you don't know, then God can't give it, deliver. And guess what? God is abundant. God's love is abundant. You are God's child. You can be anything. You can do anything, right? But you got to trust that. You got to trust that. But a lot of us don't know what we're going to do or how we're going to help or who we're going to serve. So God says, you good with what you got because guess what? You have all your needs are met. All your needs are met. But the wants that you want, if you have no vision, our people perish from a lack of vision. If you don't have a vision, right? If you don't have a vision, God says you don't need everything. If you don't, okay, I'm growing in Christ consciousness every day with time freedom, being a service as I run my pet caregiving franchise. I love that, Queen. I want my granddaughter to think I'm not flawed, period. Period. Body's tight and toned, takes figure skating classes, on vacations regularly, exotic places. Okay, now God can give you some stuff, girl, to make that happen. Yes. Calendar is booked. Yes, yes, yes. Wedding season. She drives a Lincoln. She's a lawyer by day and a officiate by night. Period. Period. Imagine you marrying all these people. God bless you, okay? God bless you like that. Period. Yes, Queen. I'm growing. Okay, yes, perfect. So now that we have the vision and we know what the thoughts and ideas, now God can bless you. But a lot of us, we act like we're praying for opportunity, but God, like, for what? Your needs are met. Your needs are met. So if the vision isn't big enough, you cannot be, God can't give you what you need to fulfill it. Because he said, oh, this is your vision. You don't even know what type of woman you want to be. Then you go keep being the woman that you are. And all your needs are met. So I had to up my vision. So the seat of thoughts and ideas and vision, this is where your head is at. And then as women, a lot of us like to go to Proverbs 31 in the Bible and be like, oh, this is a perfect woman. She worked hard. She worked with her hands. Okay? The tools for creating and building and applying, that's what your hands are for. So if you need to tap into your nurturing spirit that I talked about earlier for touch, if you need to, my girl said she a lawyer, she gonna be typing in papers or hiring people, she got to run through some resumes like that. A bit busy wedding season, I don't know if she's doing the planning, the dressing, or whatever. Like, she's gonna use her hands, she's building. These are what your hands are for. And then your heart, the center of alignment, your faith, and your transformation. You do not get what you believe. You get what you believe is absolutely true for you. And this happens in your heart. This happens in your heart. The minister at a wedding. Queen, let me call you. I know I'm getting married this year. The heart, okay? This is the center. This is the faith. This is the transformation, right? Put your hands on your heart. Everybody put your hands on your heart. This right here is powerful. This is the powerful thing. Put your hand, Maria, on the grandbaby's heart. Let her know. That's my baby too. This is your power. This is your energy source. This is the thing. This is where transformation happens. You got to believe it in your heart. So many people just don't believe. It's got to be stapled in there. Where's Lyric on here? I can't see her face. I know she was on here. She has a huge vision. She has a heart of gold. She wants to help hundreds of thousands of women heal and grow, and she has so much stuff going on. Touch your heart. Touch your heart. That's where the faith is at for these things to happen, okay? She says she's brilliant, loving, strong, healer, best health, great mother, traveling the world, changing lives through music, media, makeovers, private jet, touring the world, helping people heal globally, period, okay? do y'all see how you have to awaken every single part? The homework. After clarifying your idea, some of us are in the idea phase. You use your hands to take the first step. You're writing, you're building, you're serving, you're creating something tangible. And then you're going to reflect on the recent activity you've taken to apply to this idea. And then what step can you take today to align your heart with your goal? If you got some hate in your heart, it's going to be hard to heal some people. Okay? If you got some laziness, it's going to be hard to do that stuff globally. Okay? So your head, you start to think deeply and create a clear vision. With your hands, you start to take intentional steps, y'all. And your heart needs to align your emotions and your spirit to walk in wisdom and faith. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Okay, let's keep going, y'all. Aligning your physical actions with this transfiguration process, right? This is repeating what we talked about. You got to think, you got to be clear in these thoughts, right? You got to do, take the steps, and being. So many of you guys are just a human. Y'all got to be a human being. So you got to start to live in harmony with the purpose of these actions, right? So if we jumping on private jets, I'm going to need you to get on them jets right now. If we're healing people globally, we need to heal some people in our backyard. Okay? If you got to get in harmony, right? With me, I wanted to start to I got a winning Bible study. I hope to see y'all on there this afternoon. But guess what? I had to get in the scriptures myself. Yo, a year ago, I was wilding out. Now, boom, I have a Bible study of over 100 women. We had 90 women on the call last week. What I'm sharing with you is that I had to get in my Bible first. At first, I was like, I'm not qualified for this. I had some people tell me, you're not qualified for this. What? I don't need all them letters and numbers. I got people asking me where I went to be a pastor and all this stuff. Nowhere. I opened my Bible and started to read and started to invite people to read with me. Now I'm impacting and praying for women all across this country, all across the world. We had women on there from England and Africa last week. Okay. So what I'm saying is I had to live in the harmony with my purpose and my actions started to align. And now God is blessing the ministry. People are sowing seeds into the ministry because I'm doing the right thing with the money. I'm literally helping women. I'm literally helping people, right? I literally just went to Africa. Y'all, I went to Africa and I was preaching in a church. I ain't never even preached in a church in the US. But they got me flying out here and I'm impacting globally, right? Because that was the way. I didn't know if God was going to do it like that. I'm a business coach. I've been coaching women for business since 2014. I thought at least I'd be in Africa first coaching some women. God said, no, I'm going to put you in front of the church. Whole translator, speaking in Swahili, doing my thing. But now I had to align my harmony. I had to get in harmony. I had to start doing it myself. I said, I didn't care. My first Bible study had me and one other woman. Now we 90 deep, 120 in a group, right? So you start to live in harmony with these purpose and actions, right? So with that, the homework, write a plan for one goal that you've been thinking, but you haven't acted upon it yet. What is one way that you've been thinking about, but you haven't acted upon it yet? So in that dream girl that we all just talked about, what's one step that you could take over there? Start to think intentionally about where you want to go. Start to be consistent, even when it seems slow. I just said, y'all, the Bible study had me and another woman. Now it's thriving. You know, my phone ring all the time. People text me, Coach, can you pray for me? Healing retreat happening now. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm doing a healing retreat in July, Maria. You need to come. I'm doing a healing retreat in July in Jamaica. Y'all all need to come. Right? That. And then being involved, being, not a human doing, okay? You need to be. Being involved, embodying the process and making it a second nature. Now I just wake up and read scriptures. I love Coach Stacy says she's going to read the Bible from front to back. Even if you don't understand, start reading, okay? You got to embody this process. the healer's on the line, right? We're healing. You got to heal yourself. What inside of you do you need to start healing? Okay? This is the thing. You don't got to be all the way crazy healed, but you got to be willing enough, healed enough to share the story to bring other people with you. Okay? We're almost done, y'all. We going. The results, the outcome of this process, right? Knowledge, gaining information and understanding the awareness. Be aware of where you're at right now so you know what to do. Your experience, applying the knowledge to real life situations. This is the practice. You have awareness and then you got to practice, right? This stuff, Coach Stacy, the stuff that she taught us today, she had to gain this information from the experiences that she went through. That heightened her awareness. Guess what? When I was going through some things, she could pick it out. Oh, boom, I know what type of abuse that is, girl. I can look at y'all. Y'all can tell me a little story, and I know what type of abuse that you're going through. Some of it you can't even transfer. You just know. But if I didn't go through that, I won't be able to align with women and be able to take them out of what they've been in. Okay? So that applying the knowledge to real life situations, this is practice. Some of y'all gotta get in practice. You gotta get in practice. Okay? And then integrating your knowledge and experience for divine insight. Because Coach Stacy was aware and she's practiced this stuff on herself and many others, now she can create transformations overnight. But this is because she's integrating her experience and her knowledge together. Now she can relate to the women that she sent to heal, that are assigned to her. But guess what? If she didn't move forward in her process, there'd be a hell of a lot of people that need to get healed. But she said yes, because God needs you to do what you need to do here on earth. Some of us are not doing our thing. I had to forgive people who were crossing me left and right. Yes. So you can, that doesn't mean you can forgive them. You gotta forgive them, but that doesn't mean you gotta walk them back in. People get lost in that track. My guy just did an amazing teaching forgiveness. I'll probably share it with you guys. It's on YouTube. But what happens is that a lot of us, we're trying to live with this stuff. And I love the saying, we forget forgiving's for you and not the others. That is true. But it doesn't mean you got to welcome people back into your life. But you need to free your heart from that so you can heal other people. So that's beautiful. Lyric, your awareness is up. Just got away from a mean, ungrateful guy, and now law enforcement is handling him. Everything started coming to me after I turned him in. Beautiful. And there's going to be someone who's going to tell you not to, don't do that, blah, 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 blah. I'm glad you trusted your intuition. And I pray that God covers you and keeps you safe. Okay? Definitely. The homework for the outcome of this process. Identify one piece of knowledge you've gained recently and what experience can seek to transform into wisdom. You get the knowledge by going through some things, but then you become wise about it. Okay? So look at some things that you found out lately. How can you transfer that into wisdom? You guys, in the Bible, when we talk about wisdom, is a feminine trait. Women have the power of that. Women are the wisdom. So tap in. Learn that about yourself. Okay? Knowledge sparks curiosity and starts this journey. My girl realized, like, yo, I'm messing with this guy. He ain't even it, right? So you started the journey. Experience tests, shapes, and refines your understanding. I deserve more. I don't need to be treated like this. I'm worthy of something better. Okay? And wisdom empowers you to act in alignment with God's purpose. Before he kills me, I'm out of here. And I got to share it with you that cold, y'all. I got to share it with you that cold because it's that serious. A lot of us always believe it's not me or this can't happen, right? But it's that cold. And I know a couple people on this line who have dealt with that, okay? So you have to follow the alignment. And once you start to get more in tune with yourself, you're able to feel it. You're able to trust it. You're able to trust, excuse me. Listen, look at, they try to get my voice off that one because this is true, baby. This is true. But once you start to align with this stuff, your heart, your intuition, your trust for yourself, your belief for yourself starts to happen. Okay? And it's so easy. My girl said, signed her papers and the gates have opened. My business started flourishing. God bless you. This is how this stuff works, y'all. This is how this stuff works. Okay? This is the transfiguration process. I just got a few moments. I got to get back to here so we know the definition one more time. The definition of the transfiguration process is a complete change or transformation. The transfiguration refers to the profound change in form, appearance, or nature, and often signifying the elevation of a higher state, awaken her, okay? Or a more beautiful spirit or refined version of you. That's what this process is. This is how you awaken this girl. This is how you awaken your spirit so you can get out here, tap into all of these things, and use these as a tool. Okay? This is what this is about, y'all. This is what this is about. Ah, okay, I think that's all my slides. Then we're gonna go here. I need all right here. Circle this right here. Take action. Take action on these things that you learned today. Take action on this, okay? Just to share with you guys, I have a free community. My sisters in the scriptures, my biblical community. We're gonna have Coach Stacy come teach us in there to keep it going. But I have this community of women. I used to charge hundreds of dollars. Some of you guys have been in my inner circle over the years, but my community is free now. And it's biblical based, but I do have movement classes. I have Coach Stacy going to come teach some healing classes. Your sisters in scriptures, join it. It's amazing. It changed my life. I love that, Maria. Just a community of women who are on this ascension process. Okay, a community of women. I don't care who you study, what your faith is, what you believe in, right? I teach from the Bible principles, but I'm here to welcome you to meet God wherever God is for you. God's inside of me. We are all gods. It says it in John. Okay. So I have a free base women community. You guys, I have a workbook coming out that I just launched it. It's on Amazon. I don't know if y'all can see my screen. It's Amazon up here, but I'll be launching it to the community shortly. But I have a workbook, but it's a devotional, a workbook, and a journal. Okay, that embody. It's over 100 pages long, right? It can sit with you for a year. And then I also highlight different women and biblical principles for that. This is just the pre-order price. It's $39.99. You can text this number on the screen if you want to pre-order that, and they'll be sent in about 7 days. Okay. 404-838-0642 if you want to pre-order my workbook. And I brought it to the line because it's called The Divine Feminine Within. So this is how to awaken you on an everyday basis. Okay. And then like Coach Stacy, me and her first started working. She booked me for a map out. This is $289 for me to work with you with a recorded call one-on-one. And that recorded call will carry you long. Okay. So we'll carry you for about 6 months or a year. Coach Stacy says she always hits me up when she's ready to rebrand or try something new, right? If you want to work with me one-on-one for at least 90 minutes recorded call, that's usually $289. But if for y'all on this class, it'll be $99. I didn't go ahead and make a button because I don't want nobody to find it, but you can text that same number, just text map out to that, right? But that's what I'm really about. Me and Coach Stacy, like she said, go check out her podcast. You guys will see my transformation from the first time that I was on her podcast, A Workaholic. I used to try to cover up things that I would go through by just working and 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 working. But I had to awaken myself and through healing and love and sisterhood. Me and Coach Stacy, you guys known each other like 5 years, still have never met in person, but we've worked together. We have a sisterhood together. We check in on each other. Like her son, I'm one of those people that says, son is so cute. He done grown up. She done seen my daughter grow up and all of these things, you guys. So we're going to do more things like this because this is so beautiful. It was so good. Go ahead. I need you guys to do this as well. I can put my email right here, or I don't know if Coach Stacy has it in the emails that go out, but go ahead. If you got any value from this, like I said, you guys, this was inside. You guys got it inside. This is a workshop that's valued at 100, selling for at least probably $100, maybe 89 or so. But if you guys, since you guys were here, if you guys can, at a discounted price, if you guys could send a video testimony, it could be a minute long, and it's just what, why, how. Hey, you guys, I attended the Awaken Her workshop. Give me something that you liked about it and how, what, why, and how. I always say that. And just that, if you guys could email a testimony to that email address right there, if you got any value from this, that will help us help more women with our marketing to be able to see this and they can get this experience as well. Again, my number is right here if you guys need any map outs or want to order a workbook. And then also Sisters in the Scriptures, if you follow that on Instagram, all my calls are posted. That's why I do have to go in the next 5 minutes because I have a Bible study at 5:05 p.m. Eastern and my community is free. So you're going to want to go ahead and join the community. It's free. And like I said, we study the Bible on Sundays. I have coaches like Coach Stacy coming to teach women on their expertise and everything that they know. I have some movement classes coming up this week where I believe that your body is a temple and we got to move your body. So definitely there. And then it's just a sisterhood of women who support each other and love God and empowering each other because your environment, before I go, one more note, your environment is stronger than willpower. So when you're on a healing journey, when you're on a spiritual journey, when you're on a connecting journey, you want to be around other women who are doing the same. So when you do want to go have this drink and you don't want to, or you do want to go party, but you're done with that, or you do want to go hang out and you want to hang out with other people that are aligned. I have people in different countries and different cities all across here. Yeah, I'm trying to bring Coach Stacey to Jamaica for my retreat, and I want to do more things in person. You guys, I believe that we're losing that touch. Probably a meetup in Florida, probably a meetup in Atlanta. We got fellow sisters in New York, a crowd out there. Coach Stacy is a part of Sisters in the Scriptures. So definitely you guys, and you'll be in ATL this weekend. I love to see that. Beautiful. Maybe we can finally meet, right? But I do feel like Coach Stacy is my sister. You guys, Maria says we need to all get together. Yes. If you guys got any value, I'll be waiting for your testimony. Coach Stacy, I am done. Y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate you. This was so much value. This was beautiful. I love spending this last hour and 45 minutes with you guys. It was great. It was great. It was great. So thank you guys again
I
for
just want to say thank you, everybody, for your transparency, for you sharing what's happening in your world. Communities like this, safe spaces like this is where you should be instilling and putting yourself into so that you can get the prayers from afar, get the congratulations on the divorce. I had a divorce party when I left my husband. Get the congratulations on getting those papers together. Like those are some things, huge things that you chose yourself first, and so you deserve to be congratulated. You better be celebrating yourself too with these big steps that you're taking, giving up the weed and the alcohol. Come on, sis, I thought I was the only one over here. We doing some big things and we're coming together collectively. I love that we're building this collective unit together with God at the top of all of it. So with spirit with on the top of all of it. And so thank you all for your testimonies. And we look forward to seeing your transformations and your transfigurations in the near future. It's already done, actually.
already
It's already
done.
done. And it is. So I'm going to stop the recording now. If anybody has any questions, I'm here if you have any questions, right?
I'm here for another 5 minutes. Is there any questions, any insight? Y'all got some value?